What you're about to hear is a real story, originally shared on my Russian language channel and translated into English to start an honest conversation. The drone footage you're watching was filmed by me. It's calm on purpose, because this story isn't about drama, it's about clarity and perspective. This isn't advice or a lesson, it's one real experience and what it revealed. If it makes you think, that's the point. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate every like, comment, and subscription. Today, I want to talk about a type of dating situation that many men eventually face. I'll share one real story, not to attack anyone, but to show how important it is to set boundaries early and to be honest about intentions. Some time ago, I met a woman through a dating app. She was the first to write. Nothing special, just a simple greeting. At the beginning, our communication was calm and pleasant. Everything felt normal. After a short while, I noticed a pattern. She would read my messages and not respond. I sent another message and the same thing. At that point, I understood what was happening and decided not to play along. I clearly told her that if we were going to communicate, it had to be mutual and respectful. If not, it was better to stop right away. She responded immediately, explained that she was busy with work, and said she would get back to me later. She did. From that moment on, she never ignored my messages again. The boundary worked. This is an important point for men. You don't need to argue, explain yourself endlessly, or chase someone's attention. Calmly state how you expect to be treated. If it works, great. If not, you move on. Later, I suggested meeting in person. Nothing complicated. A walk, some tea or coffee, just a relaxed conversation. She agreed. We spent a good evening talking, getting to know each other. The atmosphere was easy and friendly. After that meeting, I deliberately did not initiate contact. I didn't text first. I didn't call. I wanted to see what would happen. All further communication came from her side. She wrote, she called, she asked how my day was going. I responded politely and with interest, but without rushing or pushing anything forward. At the next meeting, I made my position clear on another important topic. I said openly that I don't believe in investing heavily at the very beginning of dating. No expectations, no pressure, no symbolic gestures meant to buy interest. This wasn't about being cold or rude. It was about being honest and consistent. She had questions, of course, but she accepted my position. The meeting went well. As time went on, she continued to show strong interest. She wanted to meet often, talked about the future, and slowly began steering conversations towards something more serious. At some point, she asked directly what I was looking for. I answered honestly. I said that first of all, I was looking for companionship, someone to talk to spend time with without rushing into commitments. I was very clear that I was not looking for immediate long-term obligations or a family structure. She agreed verbally, at least that's what it sounded like. Over time, however, the picture became clearer. She started talking about her child, about needing stability, about how important it is to have a man in the household. These topics came up more and more often. It was obvious that our expectations were not the same. At that point, I decided to be absolutely direct. Before things went any further, I told her calmly and respectfully that I was not looking for a serious relationship, cohabitation, or a family role. I explained that if her goal was a long-term partner and a parental figure for her child, then I was not the right person. After that message, she disappeared. No response, no discussion, no attempt to clarify anything, just silence. That silence said more than any argument could. It showed that the connection was not about mutual interest or feelings, but about expectations and roles that I was never willing to take on. I want to be very clear here. This story is not about blaming or insulting anyone. People want different things, and that's normal. The problem starts when intentions are hidden and boundaries are tested instead of respected. The key lesson is simple. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. Set boundaries early and calmly. If someone disappears after you clearly state your position, then you saved yourself a lot of time and emotional energy. I hope this video was useful for you. If it resonated, please support it with a like, a comment, or by sharing it. It really helps the channel grow.